What's up, you guys? Thanks so much for tuning in today's video. Now, I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited at the same time. During the Sephora holiday sale, I went ahead and picked up the one size products. I picked up the powder foundation and the concealer. I did open these when I got the box, and the colors are kind of off to me, so that's why I'm a little nervous, but still yet excited. If anything, I will just go in store and change out the colors, but let's go ahead and test these out. We're going to start off with the one size Turn Up the Base concealer. I picked mine up in the shade Dark 1. So this is dark with neutral undertones. And I'm going to read what it says here on the package. It says, our soft focus, medium to full buildable coverage, multi-use concealer helps smooth and cover unwanted texture, uneven tone, and the appearance of dark circles with a highly pigmented, hydrating formula. Buttery smooth and blendable application, natural finish, and all-day wear. So I'm going to start off with the concealer like I normally do, especially when using a powder foundation. I like to go in with my concealer first, set that, and then go on top with the powder foundation. So here's what the concealer looks like under the box. The shade is kind of off, but let's go ahead and see. Let me not speak too soon. Oh, it's a cute little wand there. Has like a little hoof, if you will. Looks like a little hoof. So we're going to go ahead and apply that and see how this blends out. So this is most definitely a shade that is a little light. When I normally buy concealers, I normally buy two. One that's more of my skin tone shade, and then one that will brighten if I want that highlighted effect. But I don't know if it's go directly for that highlighted effect. But let's go ahead and try this out. I should have did one side with some color corrector is what I should have did. But it's all good. Let's go ahead and blend this out. Alright, so this is definitely a mattifying concealer. I don't feel like it's like dry, like it's sucking the life out of me, but I just feel like it dried down where I couldn't really blend too much. Let me go over it with a sponge. So that's one layer of the concealer. Felt it was appropriate to zoom you guys in so you can see. I definitely still see darkness here in the corners. All up in here, definitely still see darkness. I'm gonna go in with a second layer of the concealer. My current favorite concealer is the ABH concealers that I've been using. I did a video with the Primrose palette and the two concealers. The two shades of concealers that I got from Anastasia Beverly Hills. So if you haven't seen that video, of course I'll link it up in the cards for you guys. But that ABH concealer is definitely more hydrating than this one. I feel like this one is a little more drying. And I also don't get the coverage that I want, but it could be because of the shade is off. The shade is like way off. I'm going to use the Pat McGrath setting powder up under the eye just to set that, but I don't feel like it doesn't even need to be set. I feel like it's already set. Like that's how drying it is. It's like set. I don't feel like it's budging. It looks good up under here, but not necessarily like where the lines are underneath my eye. It just looks dry under there. So I don't know if I'm feeling this per se. But now I'm going to go ahead and get into the one size foundation powder. This is the Turn Up the Base Versatile Foundation Powder. It says, our medium to full coverage powder foundation helps blur unwanted texture and the appearance of pores while controlling shine. Buttery and buildable, this comfortable wear formula settles softly onto skin for a velvet matte finish. Can be used to blot, set, and touch up skin, non-caking, and perfect for daily use. Using a powder brush or ultimate puff, apply product onto textured areas that are oily, discolored, and uneven. Build to desired finish. So I think actually, since he mentioned the puff, I do have my Beauty Blender puff here. So I'm going to use that on one side. And then I also have my BK Beauty, this is the 105 brush. That's what I use for my powder foundations. So let's take this out the box. Here's the packaging on the powder foundation. And again, I got the shade Dark 2 Neutral. Now when I opened up this powder, I was like, I was kind of side-eyeing this shade. So I went ahead and pulled out two of the powder foundations that I currently use. This one is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin in Y505. And that's what the shades look like compared to each other. So one size is looking a little lighter than this. And then I also always, you guys know I use the Fenty Pro Filter Powder Foundation in the shade 410. These are actually, no, one size looks a little bit lighter still. So, we're gonna see. Maybe I just jacked up the shades completely. I might have to go exchange these shades. But I have no primer on or anything. This is supposed to be like pore blurring and blurs the, ooh. So there's a kickback when I did that powder, the powder brush. I wasn't expecting that. So let me go ahead. Oh, this might work, y'all. Alright, so that is one side covered with the one size powder foundation. I'm going to see if I can build up. I'm looking dry. It could be because I didn't prime. Kind of blur my skin a little bit. But I'm just feeling all kinds of dry up under here. Let me go ahead and do the other side with the Beauty Blender puff. I feel like it's more coverage with the puff for sure, and more of the product goes a longer way. Like a little bit more of the product went a longer way. I'm not sure if this is my shade though. Let me know what y'all think about the shade, y'all. Something's off. I usually go for neutral tones, but let me see. I would have to use this more in my regular routine. I honestly did my skincare a little bit earlier, and then I came down to sit and film. I didn't prime my skin. I didn't even like wet my skin or anything like that. So I don't know. So this is the one size concealer, again in Dark 1 Neutral, and then the powder foundation in Dark 2 Neutral. It doesn't look bad, but let me go ahead and finish up my face and see if I like the results better. Alright, you guys, so my makeup is now completed. I went ahead and I sped through everything, so you saw that I used the Artist Couture Supreme Nudes palette. I love this palette. I went ahead and used that on my eyes. But you saw me speed through everything, and everything will be listed and linked down below just in case you're curious. The only part that you probably didn't see was me doing my mascara. I think that's when it cut off. But then for the lip, I went in with my Milani. What are these called again? I can't remember the name of it, but I did a full video swatching all 6 of the shades that I bought from this Milani collection. I'll go ahead and link it up in the cards. But this one is the shade number 460 Sensual. I have that on with no lip liner or anything. It may look a little bit more emollient because I did go underneath with my Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm. And this one is just the shade Vanilla, right? So everything actually came together pretty good. I'm not the hugest fan of the concealer shade because on a normal everyday basis I do go in with concealers that's a little closer to my skin tone and not giving me such this highlighted look. I mean, it worked fine with this look here. I did have to layer up, so I may have to continue trying this out either with like color correctors or even priming my face. I didn't prime my skin, so I'm feeling a little bit dry as well. So that's that with the concealer. Again, this is just the first impressions video, so just giving you my thoughts about. Same goes for the One Size powder foundation packaging. I really do like the red Christmas looking packaging, but I don't know. And I think it's real unique how it opens up, how he has the little slash for the one side. The little slash is how the compact is. And I didn't think the powder foundation was going to work for me, but that's what happens with powder foundations. It's like it always looks brighter in the pan than it does on the actual skin. So I think the powder foundation actually worked out really well, even without me putting on like a primer or anything underneath before applying the powder foundation. I think it looks really nice. Everything does look really nice and smooth. Everything that I applied on top went on really nicely. So you guys know I love me a good powder foundation. So I think this one is actually a winner. This may be, I think it's a pretty good skin tone match as well. I don't know why my lighting looks a little bit off in the camera. It's weird, but it is a pretty good skin tone match looking at it here in the mirror in front of me. So I don't know. I'm really loving the Anastasia Beverly Hills concealers that I told you guys about. So I don't know if this is the one for me. I mean, it does look good. It came together really nicely. I'm not mad at the way the final look looks, but I wasn't necessarily a fan of how it feels. It doesn't feel so tight and dry as I was saying before. And actually, everything, I don't even feel like I have makeup on my skin. Even though I can feel it on my skin, to the touch, I can't feel anything. So that's a good thing. I'm not doing a weird test or anything like that. I'm just in the house. I'm actually about to film my Sephora haul, which you probably would have seen already, and if you haven't, I'll go ahead and link that up in the cards as well. But yeah, just wanted to come do this first impressions. Let me know if you tried these products. If you're interested in trying these products, let me know your thoughts on these products down in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would appreciate if you went ahead and give it a thumbs up. That helps me out greatly, and it lets other people know that they should see this video as well. If you're new here, I invite you to check out some of the videos here I have on screen for you, or you can go ahead and binge watch me on this playlist. Check out my vibe, and if you like it, subscribe. Bars. Just playing, y'all. Hope you enjoy. Hope every one of you are doing well, and I hope to catch each and every one of you on the next video. Until next time, y'all, stay blessed. Lady out.